Hi, everybody. My name is Brady Ross. I'm the president of ICF Arkansas, Oklahoma, and today I'm here with Amanda Norwood. Amanda is in the Tulsa area. She's one of the coaches in our chapter. Amanda, thanks for joining us. How are you today?
Good. Thanks for the opportunity.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I'm excited to talk with you and learn a little more about you, which I guess that's a great place to start. Tell me and tell everybody watching a little more about who you are and what you do.
Okay. Well, my name is Amanda Norwood, as you said, and I'm in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I shifted gears and kind of shifted career paths a little bit later in life. I've been in sales and marketing for pretty much my whole professional career. And just recently in the last year started after getting my coaching certification, started building my coaching practice. I have two girls that are in elementary, one in middle school.
That's awesome. Very cool. So you mentioned making the shift from sales and marketing into coaching. What made you want to make that change?
Yeah, it was strictly personal. It had everything to do with my personal life. It had nothing to do with professional, really. As I mentioned, I have two girls, and I had them a little bit later in life than most people, and so I had been pretty much self focused for 20 plus years. I was focused on my career. I had a really competitive athletic career, and so I only had myself to focus on. And then when I had kids at 40, it was a big shift, identity shift, physical. It was a physical shift. Professionally, I just was looking at everything differently. And with that kind of came some pretty significant health issues and anxiety and depression. And it was just a lot. And so I had a few years where I just really struggled and trying to figure out who I was and who I wanted to be, and soul searching and doing a lot of personal growth. And when I kind of put that in the rearview mirror, when I came, out of that, and I kind of had that in the past, I felt like, gosh, look at over this, course of all these things that have happened pre-kids and then after kids, all the people along the way who, whether they were coaches or healthcare professionals or mental health professionals or even just friends, mentors, whatever, all these people who have helped me and guided me and advised me, inspired me and motivated me. And I felt like I had, like, in my mind, the experience and the stuff to back it up, to be able to help other people. I wanted to be that person for other people, like that person who helps them grow as a result of my personal growth. And so I really wanted to help other people grow, because I felt like I had really taken for so long and benefited from um, other people's wisdom and advice and, inspiration.
Wow, it's cool to think about how you had an experience where there were so many people pouring into you, and that made you want to have a similar impact on other people. Just thinking, I imagine a lot of the people who are watching this video are coaches in our chapter right now. And so for me, just thinking about the trickle down effect of the work that we do with our clients, it's pretty encouraging for me to think about. And obviously it's made a difference for you as well.
Yeah, it's really cool. And what I've learned is, through the coaching that I've been doing now, is that the amount of growth that I get from helping other people, I'm not trying to sound selfish, but the amount of growth that comes from actually helping other people grow is really more than you can do on your own. And I never realized that until I started coaching.
hmm Yes, absolutely. It's very mutually beneficial. So, speaking of the
Mhm.
coaching that you're doing now, what would you say is your niche or your specialty in coaching?
Yeah, well, it kind of has to do with the life that I described pre-kids, where I was really, really committed and dedicated to this athletic career that I had, where self-care was the most important thing, and taking care of myself and, my physical health and mental health and all that stuff. And so now I focus my coaching on self-care, because now that I have people depending on me as a lot of people do, whether they have kids, whether they're married or not, or whether they're a professional and they have a team of people, depending on them, or a boss depending on them, or whatever. I feel like a lot of people, men and women, but women seem to be especially guilty of it, putting their self-care and their wellness to the bottom of the ladder. And so I coach people on creating habits to prioritize wellness in their lives. And that could be, health, physical health, that could be emotional health, spiritual health, just basically personal self-care, creating that balance between, your personal, your life, whether you're taking care of a family, whether you're working full-time, whether you're doing both, or whether even if you're a full-time athlete like I was before, and all your time is self-care. That balance is not there. So creating that balance with healthy habits.
Yes, absolutely. And that's so important, because I just think about how that returns in every category of your life. I'm thinking about you. When you prioritize your self-care, that enables you to be a better parent, a better athlete, a better coach. And so it's not just something where it's an empty well, but it's something where you're improving one area of your life and the effect is spreading out into all these other areas as well. So I love that
Yeah.
you're working in that area. As we think about people who might be watching this video who aren't yet in coaching, but might be thinking about becoming a coach, based on your experience and your insight, what do you feel like these people should know about coaching?
Well, the two coolest discoveries that I have made about coaching from a client point of view, as someone who has, been a client of coaches and also somebody who is coaching, is the ability to just have a space where you can just talk and somebody else listens and is not trying to solve your problems or give you advice or give you a list of tactics or drive the conversation. The gift of somebody listening is so powerful. And so that's what I have experienced that from people that I have coached, and that they've actually told me, gosh, I don't have anybody who I can just talk to you like this, that is non-judgmental, that does not have an agenda, that I can just talk to. And so there's that space that we give people as a coach is really a gift to a lot of people. And then the other thing is how much how much we can learn as we are being coached, how much we can learn that we already know a lot of the answers if we have the space to talk, to talk it out. And so that's the real power of coaching, I feel like, is that most people, if given the opportunity, and given the space, and feel safe and feel listened to, or heard, I should say, most people can really come up with a lot of really valuable insight about themselves, and make a lot of discoveries and figure a lot of things out that they didn't realize they pretty much already knew the answer to. The questions that they have been, wanting to ask someone, or things they've been trying to figure out, are already there.
Mm-hmm. I love that. I especially like the first piece that you shared about the impact you feel when you know that someone else is being present with you and listening to what you have to say. I know a lot of coaches right now are considering what sort of effect or what implication AI, artificial intelligence, is going to have on coaching.
Mm-hmm.
And my perspective, which is just my opinion, is that AI can be a very powerful tool in coaching, but it's never going to fully replicate the position or the role of a coach for several reasons. One of them being exactly what you said. You can't have that authentic experience, that relational component of being with another person and knowing that they are listening to you, that they are sitting and empathizing with you. You can't have that experience from a computer. So I'm sensing job security as I hear you talk, I guess is what I'm saying. So thank you for that.
Yeah, I agree. And there's definitely, and of course, this is more powerful when you're in person, but there's a presence too that you can get somewhat through Zoom like we're doing, but also, you know, when you're in person, it's even more powerful. Just a sense that you can get of another person that a computer is not ever going to be able to replicate.
Yes, 100%. Amanda, thanks for taking the time to have this conversation, and thanks for all of the great work that you're doing for your clients and for the field of coaching.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, now you'll get the side of my head.